elimination series. Kings of Urban takes game one, putting VQ down. This could be the elimination game for VQ unless they pick up the win. So Kings just trying to shut out the series now in this best of three.
Yeah, they're at a point right now where they really need to, get it together. Hopefully find that rhythm that they need as a team. But I'm going to be honest with you, if this momentum that Kings of Urban has keeps up, I don't think they're going to have the time to figure themselves out.
Yeah, it might be over a little early for them. And Kings is not the team you need to be trying to figure things out against. You got to have your game plan kind of figured out right away.
Exactly.
Because they are scary. And you can see Gambit coming in with his trademark physical play, blowing up that poor member of VQ.
Yeah, Fireburner goes down, and then Snake Charmer goes down. It's just demolition derby out here right now.
You'd almost think that's the point of the game, but no. The point of the game is to get that ball into the net of the other team. And which so Gambit is going to show us right now.
Oh,
what timely...
Snake Charmer. Yeah, Snake Charmer couldn't get the clear on there. Or, sorry, it was the Chinio who couldn't get the clear on there. Both of them, really. And then Gambit just fights tooth and nail, puts it in the net, and here we go again.
Yep, and
ball is rolling.
And what we've seen so far in the tournament, like you pointed out, in the series with, I believe it was Cosmic, or it might have been our last Kings of Urban series, but that first goal has been proving critical today. It seems like the momentum really swings with that first goal.
Oh, yeah, it really does, and we're seeing it so often. The teams that score first tend to be the teams that win these games, and it's just, for some reason, the momentum is hard to overcome. That early momentum shift, establishing yourself as the team to beat, it gets really tough to turn it around. But I think it'll probably play less of a factor as we get deeper in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll start being a little more balanced out. But right now, it is just so much pressure by this Kings of Urban team.
Oh, and it's a layup here. Jacob getting that goal. Fireburner was about to finish it himself, but really a great job by the Kings of Urban team finishing that play right there. Jacob just denying that ball. You could see him just parking there watching that ball go in. He knew no way they could save that.
That is just a bit of ridiculousness right there.
Yeah,
but
so
now, again, it's going back for Kings of Urban. Gambit tries to just park it home. He tried to put it on his roof and pull it into the net, but...
Yep, and still dangerous ball here. Fireburner coming up, trying to do something with it, trying to set up his teammate. Jacob coming in. Oh. What a team play there by Kings.
Just flawless. Look at this. Jacob with the long distance setup. Here comes Fireburner, plays it off the wall, and Jacob is right there to redirect it completely. Pluto was already committed to going to the right and just broke his axle. Here we are.
And speaking of Pluto, we'll go on board with him. Member of VQ Untethered. They're losing 3-0 right now, but maybe Pluto can help with this comeback here. It's still a lot of time left, 3 minutes, but they'll have to start working quickly to chip away at that lead.
Yeah, I will admit, VQ not playing the way I'm used to seeing them play, and I don't know if a lot of that just has to do with Snake Charmer or if it's just something's off today, because Rocket League is certainly a game of any given day. And
yeah, you can see Pluto missing that wall hit there that led to that goal. So it just seems like you're right, it might be a little bit of an off day for VQ.
Yeah, I mean, Kings of Urban definitely on point. I think they didn't quite expect, I don't know how the Complain series went that put them down here. Maybe it was just a little bit of unpreparedness for Complain. They don't play Complain at all. It is an EU team. But, other than that, Kings of Urban has just been on point this whole tournament, and so far these last two games I've just been completely dominant by Kings of Urban, and I don't see any change happening at any point in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder, and Jacob again denying the clear. He says, not in my house, sends that back at the net, 74 miles per hour to be exact. So great play by Jacob.
Long distance again. 5-0.
Yeah, this one is not looking good. It's looking to be a VQ getting eliminated here. So I wonder how that's going to affect the power rankings, because although VQ is going down here, they are playing with a sub that they've never had. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to definitely stay tuned this week on how the power rankings are affected after the results from this Rocket Royale.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to affect him, at least in one way or another, but it's certainly, you got to weight the fact that, there is no third member. Waffles not with them, and that is a big deal. Waffles is a big component of this VQ team. But speaking of which, a little opening there. Pluto does get his team on the board. There is 2 minutes to play. It is not impossible to come back from a 4-goal deficit with that much time. But again, the two key factors, morale and momentum, are not on VQ's side.
Yep.
And
it's got to look like a giant
hill. It's not going
hill.
to change that.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, the 1 goal might help a little bit with their ego, but at this point, they're going to need a lot more goals to make this game actually be a contest.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if VQ does go down here, and it's certainly looking that way, I'm very interested to see if they come back for the next Rocket Royale, and also if they come back full strength. Because I think a VQ squad with Waffles on it, full power, will be much more formidable and probably have a hard time getting out of winners.
Absolutely.
Because they're a difficult team to deal with.
I mean, they were vying for the #1 spot this week in the power rankings, so... yeah, I think that VQ is definitely going to be here next week. Even if they have to fight their way through the qualifying rounds, I think they'll be able to get through without much of an issue. And what a pass there to Lichinio, but Fireburner denying that shot, but great play there.
Yeah, that was a huge save there by Fireburner. And VQ right now just trying to, a lot of this is going to be just trying to save face. 4 goals now, less than a minute to play. Pretty insurmountable, even for some of the best teams in the world. And I don't think Kings of Urban is going to let up that much to allow 4 goals to happen. But I don't think VQ wants to drop this far, but they're going to drop even further as Gambit goes with the 6th goal of the game for his team.
Oh, they're 1 away from the Brazil. Let's see if they can make it happen.
They're closing in on it, closing in on that old Brazil.
30 seconds left to do it. But Kings of Urban looking incredibly strong, and it does look like they are going to... Oh, and almost a sick play there. And it's almost the Brazil.
The blinky ball. It's still not out of harm's way, though.
Yeah, Fireburner trying to put it back in there. And still Gambit coming up. A pass to Jacob. Jacob passing it over to Gambit and Fireburner. It doesn't look like they're going to get the Brazil here. Oh!
Look at the
juggling.
They're just passing that ball like a beach ball back and forth. It's like volleyball in front of the net.
And, yeah, that's looking like it's going to be all she wrote. And
so close.
Yep, that's it. Looks like VQ knocked out. They have lost. They're out of the tournament. Kings of Urban is moving on to play the winner of Cosmic Aftershock and Shazoo in the losers bracket final to determine who's moving on into the grand finals to play the winner of Flipside and Complain.
And it is looking like Cosmic Aftershock made equally quick work of Shazoo. They won their series 2-0. So they will be meeting Kings of Urban in a very... This is a matchup we have seen a lot. Kings of Urban and Cosmic Aftershock. A very commonplace match, but very exciting match. I've got to say, if I had to make like a pick, I have to lean towards Kings of Urban. They're just looking unbelievably skilled in this tournament. They are looking dominant. And I don't know what happened in their matchup against Complain because I didn't see it, but I think they could ride this all the way through. And I'll be interested to see if Cosmic can shut it down. Absolutely.
Well, we know that the Kings of Urban, they did lose one of their games in overtime, so it sounded like an overtime goal was the difference between Kings of Urban moving on versus Complain moving on. And with Cosmic having to use a sub, Kyle Mask, instead of Gibbs, Kings of Urban is probably the favorite. I would have to agree with you. They beat Cosmic the last time they played them, even at full strength. So Kings of Urban looking to be kind of the favorite moving into this, but Cosmic, you can never count them out. And I'm sure we're going to see some great games.
Oh, definitely. I think we're going to have a very interesting series out of those two teams. And it's looking to be a really exciting bracket now. We're down to the final 4 teams. And just to kind of play it out so everybody knows what it looks like now. So the winner's bracket final is set. Flipside versus Complain. We're going to get to that shortly here. We're going to go to the winner's bracket, or the lower bracket match here. Kings of Urban and Cosmic. Winner of that moves on to the lower bracket finals. The loser of that winner bracket finals will meet them there, and then the winner of that goes to the grand final. So it's a very interesting bracket for anybody who's not familiar with that double elim style, but it is It just constantly means that teams have to lose twice to be done, and that's the important thing.
It gives you a chance, and if the losing, and also one thing to note is once we make it to the grand finals, I believe the losing team has to win 2 series, whereas the or maybe is it 3? I forget. But the loser will have to win more because they're going to be at a disadvantage for having to go into the losers bracket. So it could be a phenomenal series. And if Kings of Urban makes it, I think they could take the however many series it takes. They're a fierce team. So
I will say, if we get a Kings of Urban Flipside Tactics finals, I will be ridiculously excited because that could be an extremely exciting matchup. I'm looking forward to seeing Flipside play. We haven't seen them play all tournament because they've just been kind of running their way through the winners bracket, and now they've got Complain, which will be coming up in a bit here. But other good news, we're now into best of 5 territory. So every match going forward, best of 5.
Awesome.
So we're out of the best of 3 turf. And yeah, whoever makes it to that grand final out of the winners bracket, they've got a little bit of a cushion because, like I said, every team, you can't get eliminated if you don't lose twice. So let's say Flipside moves on to that final. They have to lose 2 series in the grand final to actually be eliminated. So that's a big cushion and a big advantage to being a dominant team.
Absolutely. So we're just going to go to a quick break here, guys, while we get the next match set up. It's either going to be the winners bracket final or the losers bracket final, I believe. But we'll take a look at that. We'll get the next match up and going real soon. Thank you guys for coming out, supporting the channel, supporting Rocket Royale. We really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun so far, having some great games, and really pumped about all the other Rocket Royale weeks we have ahead of us. So thanks for watching, guys. We're getting the next matchup set up right now, so just stay tuned.